The DJI Flip was released a week ago, and I have seen plenty of reviews focusing on the performance as a vlogging and tracking drone. I know many of you are interested in photography, so in this video I will explain why I believe the Flip is an excellent affordable choice for users interested mainly in still images. DJI has recently focused on models below 250 grams, which is understandable. This market segment is the best-selling due to its affordability, portability and more relaxed regulations. The Flip is in the middle of the line, priced close to the Mini 3. The Neo is the most basic and affordable, with a Mini 4K just above. At the top of the line we find the mighty Mini 4 Pro, which is about twice the price. The video description provides the updated price for the different configuration of these models. It is an affiliate link, so I get a small commission on purchases. DJI has also diversified the functionalities in the different models to adapt them to the need of specific category of users, with the Neo targeting close-range vlogging with the introduction of FPV flying, while the Mini 4K, Mini 3 and Mini 4 Pro focus on videography and photography. The Flip is the most versatile, bridging the gap between these models. The Flip has a 1/1.3 inches sensor with a field of view equivalent to 24 mm and a wide aperture of f1.7. The sensor specs are identical to the Mini 4 Pro and Mini 3. The true photo resolution is 12 megapixels, but a 48 megapixel mode is also available. When I compared the Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 3, I found that photos taken with the more expensive model have more detail and richer colors, a noticeable improvement in image quality. This is due to an improved algorithm for smart photos, including HDR imaging and scene recognition. It will be interesting to see if the Flip's photos are as good as those taken with the flagship model. The two models have a higher ISO value of 6400 for 12 megapixel mode versus 3200 for the Mini 3. They also offer a shutter speed of up to 8 seconds for simulated long exposure with 12 megapixel photos. This is not available with the Mini 3. The Mini 4 Pro and the Flip can take 7 images in HDR mode, while the Mini 3 is limited to 5. The Flip's similar photo features to those of the Mini 4 Pro suggest that they might share the same processing algorithm and should have very similar image quality. We will find out later on in this video. Scrolling down the photo menu above the shutter, we access the other photo modes: automatic exposure bracketing, burst and timed shot. This last functionality is very handy with the Flip on 2 occasions. We can activate it, put away the controller, and pose for memorable selfies. Due to its unusual shape, the Flip fits very well in the hand and can be used like a ground-based camera in urban situations. If we activate time shot, we automate the shooting and can put away the controller. The panorama mode in the Flip is the same as the Mini 4 Pro with 4 modes: sphere, 180 degree, wide angle and vertical, while the Mini 3 doesn't offer vertical. Hyperlapse mode is also present, with the same modes as the Mini 4 Pro: free, circle, course lock and waypoint. This very popular feature is not available in the Mini 3. The Flip has many features for autonomous flight, but I will concentrate only on landscape photography, using a remote controller. Several functionalities are missing compared to the Mini 4 Pro to justify the hefty difference in price, but most of them relate to videography and are not crucial for photography. The Flip doesn't have omnidirectional obstacle detection, an important safety feature. Only a forward infrared sensor is present to detect obstacles in front of the aircraft. When taking photos, obstacle avoidance is not as important as the drone is starting during the shooting. However, some care is needed when moving toward each target. Both models have the same announced wind resistance of 10.7 meters per second, However, when flying with the Flip at a high altitude in medium wind conditions, I notice occasional drifting. This can cause small artifacts in footage, but it is not an issue with still images. The max horizontal speed is noticeably slower with the Flip. This is a limitation when tracking fast-moving targets, but not when taking photos, as we can use sport mode when moving between scenes. The flight time is about 10% shorter with the Flip. And this is a bit annoying when shooting hyperlapses, as we end up with a shorter movie. The other major feature missing from the Mini 4 Pro is waypoint mode, an excellent feature only used for filming. On a plus note, it is easier to spot the Flip in flight, due to the bulky propeller gears. Let's start with some images taken in easy light conditions. As you can see, there is plenty of detail, excellent contrast and vibrant colors. The Flip performs much better than the Mini 3, especially in terms of detail. We are very close to the quality of the Mini 4 Pro. I will probably do a comparison of the two models for photos, let me know in the comments if you're interested. By turning the camera down for a bird's eye view, we take the sky out of the equation to focus on detail and color rendition. The performance of the Flip is sensational, with excellent detail in the vegetation and in the architectural features. Images taken in the sun's direction are the most challenging ones. The results are again remarkable. The Flip maintains plenty of information in the shadows without noise, while preserving the highlights. In low light condition, the lens wide aperture yields magic results. It is hard to believe that these images were taken at night, but believe me, it was very dark. The sensor can gather so much light that I use the lowest ISO value, 100. Speaking of ISO, I have done some tests at ISO 1600. Even at this very high value, the results are more than acceptable. There is still good detail and decent colors, with just a hint of noise in the sky, which is hardly noticeable. Getting rid of noise is a piece of cake using Luminar Neo, my favorite photo editing program. In the description you will find info about it, together with a discount coupon. You can watch my video about Luminar Neo by clicking on the link above. Until a couple of years ago, I would only take photos in RAW format, but in the last generation of DJI prosumer drones, the quality of JPEGs has improved considerably. With the Flip, the quality of the two formats is very similar. The RAW files respond slightly better to editing, but JPEG files are an excellent alternative when post-processing is not an option. The 48 megapixel mode has improved constantly over the years. As you can see from these examples, photos taken in 48 megapixel mode are even better than the RAW ones in all conditions. The only downside is that the files are much bigger and more demanding in terms of computer resources. The Flip produces outstanding photos in all conditions. I suggest it to users interested mostly in photography, considering the difference in price compared to the Mini 4 Pro. Compared to the Mini 3, which retails at a similar price, the Flip is a better choice for photography. Click on this link to watch my video about photography with the Mini 4 Pro. And don't forget to click on the like button if you find this video interesting. Thank you.